What's up, witches? Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. So, we are using fresh food for your skin, facial sheet mask, and it's the moisturizing grape. And let me tell you, it smells like fresh grapes. Like if you ever bought a really good bunch of grapes and when you know how they smell so fresh and grapey, I guess is the word. All right, so it's supposed to be on for 10 to 20 minutes. I've already had it on for 10 minutes. So I would like to apologize for ghosting you last Sunday. But I had an opportunity to take a break and I really needed it. I haven't had a break since 2023 in March when Heidi went through all her stuff. I don't know, if you don't know, I have an intellectually disabled daughter. She had an arachnoid cyst that was found. She woke up, couldn't walk one morning. Took her in an ambulance. They found it. They did spinal surgery, major spinal surgery. And the recovery it was from March all the way to December of 2023 for just all the therapies and the physical therapy and so on and so forth. Things improved. She's doing great. But it was a busy year. And I will say her level of care has changed from before to now. She is a little bit more care. And I'm not saying I can't leave the house. I'm a caretaker for my mother and my adult daughter. And I'm not saying I can't leave the house. My mother's capable for a few hours of taking care, of Heidi if I need to go shopping, doctor's appointments, so on and so forth. But I don't like to leave them alone for more than, let's say, 2 hours at a clip without somebody being here. So I got the opportunity, took the opportunity. So, and that is why I picked this thought for the week from the Daily Meditation Book of Healing by Worthy Stokes. Where did I put my glasses? Let me get my glasses on. So, this is a Korean brand. It's by Farm Skin. And so far, so good. This is my second of their masks. The first one was wonderful. This really feels, it says moisturizing, but it really feels refreshing. And this one says water type. Some of them say serum type. Some of them, I forget what the other ones say. But anyway, so that's that. So, take time to rest. In many traditions, the dream time is considered to be an active part of one's spiritual life. There is an understanding that various states of consciousness can be accessed in certain restful states, and the veil between levels of awareness grows thin. Take time to rest, because sleep and times of retreat are essential to the health and vitality of your mystical life. The culture of busyness that has become normalized is not aligned with your soulful instinct to practice awareness. Self-care is an act of holy resistance. I totally agree with that. And although, like I just said, this was a much needed break, this was an actual break, I do take time to rest and for self-care. Over the years of working in the healthcare industry, and doing the spiritual work that I do and energy healing and teaching energy healing, I had to train myself to do self-care without feeling guilty. And that journey, all like when I really started to take the time and allot the time, just like you would have a doctor's appointment. You'll schedule a doctor's appointment and you have to be there at 2 and it's going to take 45 minutes and da da da. If you can schedule that time, you can schedule 5 to 10 minutes a day for self care, for a face mask, for 5 minutes to sit down and do a little meditation or take a breathing break, a coffee break, 20 minutes for a hot bath, 20 minutes for a hot shower, 10 minutes in the morning to do prayers or spiritual work, some sort of spiritual work on yourself, for yourself. A lot of times, I think, especially women and especially mothers get caught up in and wives get caught up in the guilt thing where, I feel guilty if I take 5 minutes for myself or 10 minutes. It took me a while. I'm a mom of four, and I started this right after my thyroid cancer diagnosis. And then after going through that and getting cured and going into remission, which I have been since 2004, I've been in remission. Um, and since it's been so long, I'm considered cured. Um, During the recovery of everything, that is when I realized, your health is the most important thing. And self care is one of the most important things. Because if you're not healthy, if you're not happy, the rest, what are you doing? You can't work yourself to death. You got to have a balance of work and rest, self care, excuse me, and caring for others. Excuse me, I'm choking on my own spit. So it was hard for me in the beginning because I was a workaholic. When all this hit me, I was a workaholic. I was a mom of four. We were running to football games, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, brownies, um, all these extracurricular activities. I was running myself ragged. And then during my recovery, I decided, you know what? I'm going to cut my work. I was working 7 days a week. I cut my work week back to um, 5 days a week, and then eventually 4 days a week. Did I have to cut some corners on? Yes, I did. But was it worth it? Just to take a little bit of time for myself. It started out with 10 minutes in the morning before the kids got up for school. Then I expanded it to 20 minutes. I just set my alarm earlier and I just made it into a schedule. And then Sundays, since then, because I didn't work weekends and I continued that schedule, Sundays became a no electronics, catch up on my reading, as the kids grew up and got out of the house. Now that's when I can take the time, read read for an hour, go for that nature walk, go for that deep meditation, those kind of things. I just think it's important that we do make rest and time for ourselves to do something nice for ourselves at least once a day, even if it's 5 minutes. I think it's so important for our well being, spiritually, physically, and mentally. So, with that being said, I hope you have a magical week. And until next time, remember, don't let anyone tame your spirit. Bye bye.